Hello everyone, my name is Seth, and I have the privilege of youth pastoring and leading worship here at the Rock Church at our Arrowhead location. This is my faith journey. About 7 years ago, a lot of things changed in my life, and I found out at that time that my dad had actually had an affair. Long story short, he had fallen in ministry, and a lot of things really were ripped out from under my feet, so to speak. Didn't really see it coming. I don't think anyone in my family saw it coming. But what had happened over a course of time was I dealt with a lot of rage, a lot of disappointment that came along with expectations not being met. In that moment, in that journey, began an unfolding of a lot of different things in my life. But what most people don't know is that our pastor, Pastor Kevin, in that time span was flying back and forth from Phoenix, Arizona to Nashville, Tennessee to pastor what was formerly my parents' church. In that time, I remember having a conversation with him sitting at Chili's in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and he spoke to me in what was a real defining moment in my faith journey. And what he said to me was, Seth, your purpose is not defined by any decisions of anyone else. Your purpose is defined by God and the purpose that He's placed in your life. It was in that moment that I realized I had a decision to make. I would either have to place my faith in God, or I would continue to fall victim to my circumstances. And in that time, I started to hang my hope on a verse of Scripture in Romans chapter 8, and what it says is that God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. And as I started to place my faith, my hope, my trust in Him, and shifted it away from the things that had happened to me, I realized that there was hope and there was a future and a plan that God still had for me. In that process, I began to see an amazing restoration. What most people would be probably surprised to hear is that not only today am I fulfilling the purpose and plan that God had for my life in pursuing ministry and not allowing that to die, but I actually have a great relationship with both my father and my mother. And today I have a great family life, great relationships with all parties, and I still see them and communicate with them regularly. It is amazing to me what God was able to do, and even when it seems hopeless, and even when your faith is in your circumstances, if you shift it upon God and His Word, then He can make what was meant for bad good.